I'm Ashutosh. I hope that you are fine. Okay, and we are going to learn the first chapter of class 10th, which is chemical reactions and equations. We will be knowing the what are the chemical reactions. Okay, what are the changes. Okay, which we can say that now this chemical reaction has happened. Okay, and then we will learn that how to write the chemical reactions, what are the various properties of writing a chemical reaction, okay, a chemical equation, okay, and everything about reactions and equations. What are the different types of chemical reactions and how we are going to you can say understand or recognize that which type of chemical reaction this equation is representing. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so as I said, I am Ashutosh and I am going to teach you chemistry. Okay, and we will have a kind of fun learning chemistry. So let's start with this. I'm going to share my this presentation. Yeah, so I hope that you all can see uh, this page. Okay, so we are there'll be like a series of lectures. Okay, so this is lecture one of the whole series of lectures on this chapter. Okay, so chemical reactions and equation. Let's start. So our what are the topics which we are going to cover in this lecture? Okay, so we'll have a kind of introduction that what are the chemical reactions and when we'll say that chemical reaction has happened. Okay, then we'll write the chemical equations. We'll learn how to write the chemical equations and all. Then we'll be dealing with the characteristics of chemical reactions, that what are the properties, what are the characteristics of chemical reactions, and then limitations of chemical reactions. Okay, like there are certain limitations and how we are going to remove these limitations, okay, by using proper symbols for showing the state of the matter of the reactants and products. Okay, so let's start with this. So first we'll have a like introduction. So introduction, when there's a change happens. Okay, whenever there's a change. Okay, so then we'll say that this change is either of physical form or chemical form. So if physical changes, like in physical changes, what happens, the uh, composition will remain the same. Okay, let's take one example of that. Let's start with water. Okay, so let's say we have H2O. Okay, so we all know water is H2O. Now if I say that there are two atoms, hydrogen and hydrogen, two atoms are bonded to one oxygen. Okay, and that's how this H2O one molecule exists. So this H2O represents one molecule of water. Okay, why I am writing this and why not like this? Okay, you will learn this in 11th class. Okay, so this is one molecule of H2O. Okay, this is one molecule of H2O. Now there will be like different molecules of H2O. Okay, many molecules of H2O, like this we can say. Now when these molecules are closely placed like this, okay, let's say like this, okay, well arranged, so like very near to each other, so then we'll call it as solid form or not. What I am trying here to explain is all these will have H2O. So this is one H2O, this is another H2O. So like this, there are different H2O molecules. Now, when they are like away from each other, there will be like more distance. Okay, so then we'll call it as liquid or not. But the composition, the molecular composition will remain same. So H2O and H2O. So that it was H2O and it is H2O. Okay, so then let's say we'll have a different condition, then that the distance is even m- more more than the liquid case. So then we'll call it as gaseous or vapor. So it means that when let's say this is ice, this is one some ice, okay. So when ice melts, okay, so then it gets converted from solid to liquid, and when we heat it further, so then all the liquid will get, you can say, change to gaseous form, okay. So this all the change in state is a physical change or not, is only a physical change. Why? Because the composition, it's H2O, it was H2O before melting, like in form of ice, okay, and it is H2O after melting, okay, in form of, let's say, water, correct. So it means that it was initially H2O, and after melting it is also the molecule is H2O only. And that's why we'll say that uh, the composition, the internal, you can say, arrangement of atoms is not changed. What has changed? Only the distance between the molecules, different molecules. So these type of changes are called physical changes. Physical changes, I hope you are getting it. Okay, then what happens, let's say we have some, so like any process that involves the rearrangement of structure of the substance or conversion of reactant into products is defined as chemical reaction. So what does this mean? Let's see some example. Okay, like this. Okay, what happens? So we all know about photosynthesis or not? We all know about photosynthesis, huh? So in photosynthesis, what happens? Let me uh, explain this in detail. So in photosynthesis, what happens? We have this CO2 coming from, sorry, yeah, let's see here. Yes. So CO2 plus water with in presence of sunlight. So we can write it as CO2 plus H2O. No, I thought that you people, I don't know whether you know photosynthesis or not. I think सब लोग जानते होंगे. खैर, so CO2 plus H2O in presence of sunlight, okay, and then we'll get here uh, some complex compound, let's say C6H12O6 plus O2, okay. Here we can say carbohydrates plus oxygen. So carbohydrate, this glucose is also a carbohydrate, so that's why we can say carbohydrate plus oxygen, this oxygen. Now see, initially it was like carbon was associated or combined with oxygen or not, and hydrogen was combined with oxygen. Now both the carbons and hydrogens are like now arranged in a different fashion or not, okay, and oxygen is also like now free, connected or bonded to only oxygen. So it means that initially, or let's take another example like N2 plus H2, okay. So it was N2, N atom was associated with another N atom, H atom was associated with or bonded with another H atom. Okay, now they are, both of these reactants, these are called reactants, huh? Reactants, okay, and this on the other side of the arrow will be product, products. Okay, so these are the products of this reaction. Okay, and this whole thing is called chemical reactions. Okay, let's, so like burning of wood is also a form of chemical reaction. Okay, now let's see, burning of magnesium in air to form magnesium oxide. What happens? We'll have a magnesium ribbon. Okay, so magnesium is a metal, and magnesium ribbon is very you can say flexible kind of ribbon strip, magnesium strip. Okay, so like hold it with a pair of thongs, and then pair of thongs, and then this magnesium ribbon is like burning of magnesium ribbon, we can say. But actually what is happening here is Mg is reacting with oxygen, okay, and it is going to form MgO, magnesium oxide. This is white powder substance, white powdered substance, okay, magnesium oxide. You can see this. So this magnesium ribbon and then pair of tongs, and then this is burner. So magnesium ribbon being heated over a burner, then what happens, this burning of magnesium ribbon happens, and we'll get magnesium oxide as our end product. So finally what is happening, this magnesium is reacting with this oxygen to form MgO. Okay, clear?